Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about two of my favorite bags from Portland Leather Goods. I think at this point it's probably becoming a broken record. I've bought quite a few of the different variations of their bags, hoping that I would not like one as much as others so that I don't have a reason to keep it. But I have so many favorites from this brand and I've had a lot of questions about what different ones can fit, their comparison to one another. So I've decided to break down these videos into smaller chunks to focus on one or two bags so that the video isn't too long, but that I'm able to stay detailed enough to hopefully help you so that you're educated on if you would like to purchase that or not. So I'll try to highlight as I go along if there's something that I don't like as much as the other on the bag. Some of these are really difficult though, especially in this backpack category, because I really love this style. Portland Leather Goods now has a referral program, and I do have a link below in the description box. It doesn't cost you anything to use it. If you're a new customer, it will save you 30% off any premium bag, so that's not almost perfect. But the 30% off is about the same as an almost perfect price. And generally the amount that you save if you use a code is 25%. So it saves you 5% extra if you use my referral. It doesn't cost you anything more to use it. I do get referral points so that it helps me buy more bags so that I can do more reviews for you guys. So it's always helpful. If you use my code, I really appreciate it. So today's focus is going to be these two different backpacks. And I will say that I only own the Tote backpack instead of the Tote and the laptop. Let me see. Let me get this. I've got a couple extra bags here on the side to kind of give you a couple more things to look at. And my big old Tote here was casting a shadow. Okay, so this particular bag, this is the Tote backpack, and this comes in two different sizes. It is this particular size here, the Tote, and then there's also a laptop bag variety. I haven't purchased the laptop bag personally because I don't carry a laptop. It's also a little bit more narrow than this bag, and it's longer. And I feel like since I'm not using a laptop, it would just kind of turn into a bottomless pit, and I don't like bags where I have to feel like I'm like digging to the bag. Digging into the bottom of the bag to find my stuff. So this is the Tote backpack, and then this is the bucket backpack. And in my last video, I showed you the difference between the small and the large bucket bag, which I love both and use both. So we'll be talking about these two bags in this video. I'm gonna start, I think, with this Tote backpack. Has been discontinued. You can still find it in some of the bags, but you can't find it in every bag. Makes me really sad because Dune is a favorite for sure. I finally pulled the trigger and tried smooth leather, and this one I found in the buy sell trade. It's a honey. It came in a mystery box and it came with the tan handles, and I really wanted a honey with tan handles, so here it is. I am getting used to this smooth leather that has a little bit more structure than I'm used to with the pebbled leather, and it just kind of, you know, it's slouchy and it's really comfortable, but I really think that this leather is really beautiful. It's smooth, but where I've already started like breaking it in just by wearing it, there's like little crinkles, like micro creases forming in the leather, and I can just tell that it's going to become a favorite bag for sure. So this is what I'm carrying right now. Who knows, by the end of this video I might have switched, but this is what I'm carrying right now, and I thought that it would be helpful for you guys if you could see like what can go into this from this bag. Now for reference, I don't have this as stuffed as it could possibly be. This is the medium Tote, and you can either get a large, a small, or an oversized in that as well. But as you can see, it's not like crammed full or anything, but I just wanted to show you what from this bag can then fit into this bag. So we'll go ahead and get started. I don't have anything in here at the moment. I did put it away. Oh no, lying. I have a lipstick, a spare lipstick that I put in there. And then I also have one of the little triangle pouches. This is in the color Nutmeg. Someone kindly added this to an order that I purchased on a buy sell trade, and I just keep some coins in here, but I didn't move it over to my other bag, I think the day that I downsized. So those were the two things in the Tote backpack. All right, so I'm gonna get started. Actually, I'm gonna put this down here so I can see it again. All right. So this is just how I like build my bag. This is the newest Kindle Paperwhite. I have a Pocket Plus planner. This one is a Moterm. That's in the color Pebbled Teal. Right now I have this little pouch. I think it's from 31. And I have that. This is not usually in my bag, but I have some female products here awaiting the curse. So I have those in my bag. It's not something that I carry around with me all the time, just when I know impending doom is on the way. I have this sunglasses case. This is from Patty Makes, P-A-T-T-I Makes. She has an Instagram account. I don't know if she's still on Etsy or not, but her Instagram and her Etsy were the same. I love her sunglasses. This is a little pouch that I got from either Walmart or Target like several years ago, and this is filled with all kinds of little goodies like hand cream and band-aids and cuticle cream and little baby nail files. Just, it's like my little in case of emergency pouch that I have found that I've like downgraded what I've put in here over the years, just because I try to carry as light as possible. This is some Sharpie pens. These are really like, this is the 0.5, it's my preference. I feel like their 0.7 is a little bit inkier than I'd like. So I like to buy the pretty ones, and then I can't find refills for the 0.5, so I just buy 0.5 pens, and then I swap out the ink, and then I'm gonna give the 0.7s to a friend. So I just switch them out. I have my AirPods little carry case. This came from Amazon. I like that it has a longer strap. I can put it on that little key holder. What else do I have in here? I have a Portland leather Dune. Well, this used to be called a pencil case or a pencil pouch, and now they're calling it the Sidekick. Just kind of maneuvering things. I like to maneuver zippers so that like nothing scratches my planner when it's in there. I have a secondary backup hand sanitizer here, and then sanitizer. I have a lot of sanitizer. I have a lot of sanitizer in my life. Part of M&Ms, because I didn't eat them all. I have, trying to feel down here, I have this like little, what is this? It's like it's a smelly, I don't know how to describe this. It's like in the health food section of a local grocery store here. So it's just, I don't know what this is called. It reminds me of something that I remember, like some kind of like similar like perfume that was at my grandmother's house when I was very young. So I like that. Some blue chapstick, this is my favorite. And then the dregs left over of this lipstick. And I have the other one in waiting, but I'm trying to use every last bit of this because it's not in stores anymore. And that's it in there. And then I have this little pouch where I keep my car key and my office key. And this is from a shop that I absolutely adore. She's Simple October on Instagram, and she has a shop, but you can get to it from her Instagram. She doesn't always keep things stocked, but she has like drops. And this is the little envelope wallet, I think is what it's called, from Portland Leather. And that's also in the color Dune. All right, so as you can see, everything that was just in my larger tote has now fit in this backpack. And it is a little like heavy, but it's not like uncomfortable. I don't have any trouble using this. If I was like out and about, I wouldn't fill it with everything that I put in here right now anyway. And I also wanted to show you that it will also fit my iPad Air, and I would just slip that into the back here. Get past all these little pouches. Okay, so I don't really know how, like what the differences in dimensions are between the iPad Air and other iPads, so you'd have to do that research on your own. But it does come pretty close to the top here. So if your iPad was much taller, I don't think that it would fit. But it's really much heavier than I would want it to be at this point. So if I'm going to be taking my iPad out, I'm probably not going to take my Kindle, and vice versa. This is fine to like sling over one shoulder. I do like to put it on both shoulders, but this will hold a lot. And it isn't like, you know, when something is so stuffed that like you can tell it has like no more give, it definitely doesn't feel like that. So you could slip a few more things in here, but since I like to carry light, that's definitely not what I want to be doing. This one will not fit. So this is the bucket, and the backpack version. I think the backpack version only comes in one size, I think. But this is shorter, and although it kind of will fit in there, it comes up above the leather. I don't think that's cute. So I would definitely not carry that in this particular bag. This one, I don't think that I would have any cons that I could give. I like that it has the gusset here, like the gusset feel, so that it isn't too narrow, isn't too wide. For me personally, I think that it looks fine on a plus size body. I love that it is wide enough in depth at the bottom that you could get things in there and it doesn't feel like claustrophobic. It is smaller at the top, but it opens wide enough that it doesn't feel like it's difficult to get into. If you put too much stuff in there, you overfill it, I think that you would definitely have more struggle than I'm having with it now. But I like that, you know, you can zip it up and not worry about anything falling out. This is actually the only bag that I own that has a zipper, that I actually use the zipper, and I don't know why. I guess because I feel like since the zipper is all the way at the top here and there's nothing else, that it makes it look like finished. I don't know. But the straps are super comfortable. They don't hit you in a weird way, which I've found with a lot of other backpacks. The backpack hardware itself isn't overly heavy, so it doesn't like bang or clang into things or hit you, and it's not uncomfortable. I love that it has this very roomy exterior pocket. I love that it has the interior pocket as well. And I really love that it has this little tiny handle on top that you can just pick it up and go. I usually carry my bag to the car, put it in the passenger seat, and then when I go to pull it out of the car, I start with the little handle on any of the bags that have the smaller handle. That's how I start, and then I'll sling it over my shoulder. So I don't have any cons for this one. Moving on to the bucket bag. I really love the style of this, and I love that it's super slouchy. This particular bag only comes in pebbled leathers, and I think that it would only really work for pebbled leathers because of the kind of boho look that this bag goes for. So this one has some different straps on it. So if you look at the back here, the straps are a little bit different. This one is a little bit wider. I'm not really sure why that is, but I have found, and this is the same leather again, I find that this one has more of a habit of slipping off my shoulder than this one, and I don't know why that is. It also has that really helpful little handle on it, so I like that. They connect in the same way, so they're both comfortable at the bottom here. It's just that this one is wider, and then it gets more narrow, whereas this one stays the same width all the way. I'm not sure why they've designed it differently like that, but I would have to say that just because this strap doesn't slip on the tote backpack, that I find it just a little bit more comfortable, less annoying than the strap on this one. I would have to say too, I don't think that if you're not a very thin person that you would have to say this bag isn't for me. But I do like that when I look at the way it looks on my body, that I like that this one goes a little longer and it feels like I'm not looking like a bigger girl trying to wear a little child's backpack. But it's not so small that I feel like it's really noticeable to anybody but me. I'm I'm pretty mindful about that kind of thing, so I think that that's just like a me problem. This one does have this little leather flap on the inside. I haven't ever stored anything in here. I know that some people do. So this one has both the drawstring of the bucket and then the flap to make the finished look. I really like the way this looks. It looks playful and fun to me. I really like it. This one has no outside pocket, just a really large inside pocket. And then nothing on the back. You just have the stitching here for where the pocket on the inside goes. All right, so since it has no outside pocket, which I don't see how they could make one because they have the little magnet snap here. I do love an outside pocket, so I feel like the things that I need to look for really quickly are easier to get to on an exterior pocket of some sort. So I guess it gets like a tiny point deducted for that for me. Let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this stuff out. Okay, so I'm gonna load this one up in the same way. Now, I have a certain way that I build my bags, and this one is a little bit more narrow as well than this bag. So I feel like I can't do things side by side in the same exact way, but I'm gonna start with my Kindle. I'm gonna put this pouch, I'm actually gonna put this pouch behind it because I don't know that I'll need it. And then I'm gonna put my planner in front of the Kindle and my little pouch here, and my pencil case and my glasses. I also might take my actual glasses case to work today because I have to close, and I forgot to bring that downstairs. If I were going to bring my glasses case in this one, I would not be able to carry the pencil pouch. Like, I feel like I'd have to choose one. Now you could lay it on top, but I try not to layer from bottom to top because I don't want to have to like pull a bunch of stuff out of my bag to get to it. I want to be able to get to anything that I want with one try. Let me see. So the hand sanitizer, if I threw it in here, and then, oh, I still have the stuff in this little back pocket that I need to get to. Oh, my AirPods are down there. I'm gonna leave the M&Ms here in case they like fall out. Okay, so if I have to lay this here, and so this is like what I'm talking about. It's starting to feel like I need to like layer things on top. So my hand sanitizer, my chapstick, and my lipstick. Oh, I also have gum in this pouch that I apparently forgot to switch over to a bag. All right, so if I zip this up, the Sidekick pencil pouch, whatever it's called now, goes to the very top. So I'm not really a fan of that. And then I'll go ahead and snap it. I feel like it feels lighter than everything in this one. But like I said, this will slide, which will annoy me. And then of course, it was even heavier when I put the iPad in here, and it's not gonna fit in this one. For me personally, if you wanted to, I think that it would be completely comfortable, but I don't like it. Sorry about that. I don't like it when my bag starts looking, I'm getting leather everywhere. I don't like it when my bag starts looking super chunky. I like to have just a little bit more room. So for me personally, what I'd probably do is instead of carrying the Sidekick with my pencil stuff in it, I would just grab my highlighter and slip it into my eyeglass pouch actually. And then I would not take this with me. And I'd probably cancel out the second hand sanitizer. Nobody needs to really anyway, but I don't know why I do that. Like in case I misplace one, I always have a backup. But I feel like it doesn't have enough room to float around in here. So I just feel like with this pouch not like sticking up higher, it just feels better and slouchier. And for these bags that are made to look slouchy, the bucket bag and the bucket backpack, I really prefer it when they're not completely stuffed full, so that they really do have their slouchy potential. I would have to say that most of the time I reach for this over this. But this one is super cute, so I still use it. I still use it pretty often because I love the style, the like boho vibe of this one. For reference, I brought a couple of different sizes down to compare. So this is the very popular mini crossbody. It's much larger in depth than this little bag is. Might have been easier if it was a less slouchy leather, but as you can see, definitely will fit more than this. It doesn't have a huge amount of difference in size. Otherwise, they're pretty similar. And then here is the medium crossbody. I really prefer the mini and the medium crossbody, so the full-size crossbody, because they have those shorter handles. And like I said, I really like to pick things up by those. Yeah, that's just a preference. But it's obviously bigger than the bucket backpack, and it fits the same kind of stuff, I think, for the most part. It's just the presentation that you'd like. And then I'll also compare it to the medium classic tote. So with this one, obviously I was carrying the same things. You just have a lot more space, like from here up. And then let's compare those same bags to the tote. So again, we have these guys side by side. Set this here. This is with the medium. Ooh, do the side. Ooh. And then the mini. Quite a bit larger than the mini for this one. And then I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that this backpack is, I think it's designed, like it started with this. I think that's probably true. So I think that these are like the same size. Hold on. I'd have to look back at the website. It's either patterned after the small or the medium, but they're pretty close in size. All right, so my last video was of the different kinds of small crossbody bags. And of course, today's video is the 2 backpacks that I own. I do have some other bags that I could compare, but I would love to know which ones you're most interested in being compared in the comments below. If I don't own it yet, I will try to get one so that I can compare it for you guys. But what is your favorite bag? I feel like I used to know what my favorite bag was. I would have said that it was this one, actually, the tote backpack in the Dune. And I do reach for this one pretty frequently. But I feel like I have so many favorites now that the difficult part is trying to decide when to switch out of a bag or when to like love a bag and just kind of live in it. When I got this honey off the buy sell trade, I was like, I wish that I could just be like a 1 bag girl and carry this for a while and come back with like its story, because a lot of people are like, oh, this is the bag that I've carried for 2 years for every single day, and look at what it looks like now. And because I have so many bags that I love, I feel like no bag gets to be like the one for very long. But this one has really, really caught my eye, and I was very hesitant to try the smooth leather because of, I feel like the pebbled leathers are a little bit more forgiving, but this one is just a stunner. I feel like there's some competition for my favorite bag in the world. I hope that this video was helpful for you, and that if you were on the fence about which backpack to choose, that I've answered questions that you might have had. If you have questions that I didn't answer in this video, leave them in the comments below. I'll answer the best I can as soon as possible. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It's the easiest way to support my channel. And if you're new around here and don't want to miss out on future videos, either about bags or planners, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, as always, for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.